Russia's army has reportedly experienced significant tank losses during 9 months of fighting in Ukraine, according to a count conducted by the International Institute of Strategic Studies, a specialist think tank. The IISS estimates that approximately 40% of Russia's pre-war tank fleet has been lost, with certain key combat tanks suffering losses of up to 50%. Consequently, Russia has had to rely on its remaining Cold War-era stocks. On the other hand, Ukraine's tank numbers have increased due to captured tanks and supplies from Western allies. The chair of the IISS, John Chipman, described the war as a political and military setback for Russia, highlighting deficiencies in leadership and munitions, despite Russia's efforts to modernize. Chipman raised questions about Russia's military competence and command cohesion during the past year, while introducing the IISS's annual military balance audit. The IISS's findings are primarily based on open-source images obtained from drones, satellites, and the battlefield, covering the period from the start of the war until the end of November. However, due to the nature of the conflict, the exact numbers can only be estimated. According to the IISS, Russia's tank count has decreased by 38%, from 2,927 to 1,800 tanks. The losses have been particularly notable among the T-72B3 tanks, which were introduced to the Russian army in 2013. These losses, combined with slow industrial production, have necessitated the utilization of older stored weapons as replacements. Initial optimism among Russian troops resulted in substantial tank losses at the beginning of the war, especially during an unsuccessful attack on Kyiv. The convoy of tanks and armored vehicles moving towards the capital was destroyed, captured, or abandoned as Russian troops faced unexpected resistance from Ukrainian artillery and infantry armed with anti-tank weapons. Although Russia continues to suffer tank losses on the battlefield, it still possesses a significant number of old tanks in long-term storage, estimated to be around 5,000. This allows Russia to sustain an attritional strategy for the foreseeable future. Notably, there have been limited signs of improvement in Russian tank tactics, as Ukraine has been able to effectively target and destroy tanks using artillery, aided by reconnaissance drones.